What is going on, NSK? Death Star 18 here, and welcome to 2018. 2017 was terrible for me. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. I know it's a little bit late. I know it's a little bit late. But this is a New Year's resolution. Looking forward, remembering the past, and a 5-year anniversary on YouTube. And that's late because that was actually December 1st. But hey, you know what? Better late than never, right? So I hope you're all having a wonderful day and Happy New Year's. I have a video coming out shortly after this one as a Persona episode 3, so you can look forward to that. But for those of you who decide to stick around, I just want to talk one-to-one. I was going to face cam, but it's freezing in my room, and I need to be bundled up, and I don't look good whatsoever. So I figured here, have some Minecraft in the background. But I'm very cold right now, so moving on after that very professional little bit of intro there. So 2017 was, to my memory, the worst year I can remember for me personally. And this isn't gonna be actually I can already tell people are probably gonna start clicking off the video. This isn't gonna be a woe is me video. This isn't gonna be a oh, I just hate the world and everything. This is also gonna be a video all about the bad, because this is gonna have some positive in the end. I hope. But 2017 for me was just terrible. It was just a bad year. I like. First of all, you have to understand, I'm only 19. I had to think that through. In my defense, it is midnight, so I'm getting tired. But I'm only 19, and therefore I've barely lived through any of these where I'm actually coherent enough to look back and say, oh, okay, compare this, compare that year. So, say I started doing it when I was 16, and so that's only, 3 years now? I mean, in retrospect, I'm self-aware enough to say, okay, this is ridiculous, don't get too attached to this. You're still only, you're not even 20 yet, so. But, moving along, it was just a bad year. It started with, my high school graduation, which is good, because I couldn't stand school. I didn't like school almost at all. There were very few things I look back and say, hey, that was awesome back in school. It was not a fun experience for me, and I feel like that's what a lot of people had. That said, if anybody is watching this and they're from my school system, I almost certainly did not have an issue with you. It was just not good for me. The schooling for 12 plus years was just not for me. But I got through it. I graduated, I got my degree, I'm now in college, so I'm proud. I'm proud of that. I have a lot of self-pride, but not egotistical. At least I hope not egotistical, because we'll get into self-doubt later, but that was one of the few good things, and while I know, a lot of people tell me to be proud of that, let that raise the spirits, it's something that not everybody can say. Well, it's something that anybody who got anywhere in life can pretty much say. I mean, I know there are people out, and I know you can live without a high school degree, but is that really something? I'm just talking here. If you didn't graduate high school, there's no bad blood. I mean, I hope everything works out for you in the future. I'm sure you have your life under control, and if you don't, I'm sure you will have it under control. You don't need school to carry you through life. It's just, the way I see it, school isn't an option in my eyes. It's just kind of something you do. As long as you obviously get the chance. I know that obviously YouTube is a multinational platform, so I'm aware that it's different in every country, and some countries don't even have a school system. But in America, I just, in my mind, I've just always been the way of seeing it of, you don't choose to go to school. You go through school to go through a job, to go through retirement, to end your life on a good note. Like, I know it's a very naive way of looking at it, and it's a very clear-cut black and white, but like, it's kind of the 3 stages I've always seen it ever since I was a kid, and that may not be right, but that's just how I see it. So when I graduated high school, it's like, alright, I mean, that's part of school, and that's a huge part, and I went through a lot of BS, and I am proud of not, giving up, and I'm proud to have my family support me all the way there, and I'm proud of all this stuff, but like, I'm not gonna, be too picked up by it. Like, I've expected it for 12 years. I deserved it, and I'm glad I got it, but college is kind of more important in my eyes. Again, if you never went to college, definitely no bad blood there. I know people who aren't in college and don't want to go to college and aren't going to college, so no bad blood there. But in my eyes, for me now, not just people in general, but for me, college is just something you do to get a better job than you would otherwise, to get more money in the future. And I'm aware also, by the way, that you don't need a college degree to get a better job, that you can still be perfectly fine, if not better. I mean, they always bring up the example of Steve Jobs, I think, and Bill Gates. To be fair, they dropped out of the Ivy League schools that are some of the best in the country, but yes, they did technically drop out of college, so you do have them as examples. So it is possible to go somewhere without college. But in my eyes, in my own personal life, I expect to need to go to college in order to get somewhere farther than I would otherwise in life. To me, personally. Again, you do you. I'm sure you have everything under control, and I hope everything works out for you in the end. I know everything worked out for you in the end, but that's just for me and my own personal way of looking at it. For my life plan, my 90 or 80 or 70, however long I live, my 70-year plan, it's college, graduation, and then work. Now, obviously, I'm allowing for room in places to come together. So, to like, what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to allow things I didn't expect to come up, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, obviously you have marriage, and if that ever happens, and then you have stuff like flipping, if I ever decide to get a master's degree, okay, well, maybe that'll be another 4 years on top of the job I'm working. Stuff like that, just random things like that. But this year, the transition from high school to college, it wasn't what I expected. It went how I expected, like, the way it happened, but the actual meat of it was far different from what I thought, because when I thought about going from high school to college, I thought it was going to be a better transition from one to the other. Like, in my mind, I was going, there's no possible way that college is going to be any worse than high school. There's not a single way how college is going to be any, just like, it's just better in my eyes before I went to college. But we had a cat pass, and he was a family member since I cannot remember a time without having him. He was one of those childhood pets, and when he passed, it was bad. It's still bad. And that wasn't bad enough, apparently. I mean, granted, we were kind of expecting it because he was getting worse in condition. Now I know only 6 months old because it happened in June, but now I'm getting older. It wasn't unexpected. He was deteriorating, and it was still tough either way, but one of those things. And then since that wasn't enough, according to the universe, we had a second cat pass, and that was unexpected. He was a stray that we took in, and when nobody claimed him, we realized he's a literal stray and probably born in the wild, so we took him in, and we spent 3 years getting him used to the house and everything, and finally we managed to get him inside where it's warm during the snows and obviously everything. He was such a happy cat, and then he had an issue with his heart, and that's the thing with these strays, is that you don't know their health. Whatever animal it is, cat, dog, chicken, chihuahua. Chihuahua is a type of dog, so I don't know why I said chihuahua, but with any type of animal that you take in, if it's stray, you don't know the health. I mean, we took him to the vet, and they said, yeah, he's all good, but there are still things that nobody would consider looking into, and we did all we could, as far as, like, making sure everything was on the up and up, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be, so he passed, and I think about then, that was halfway through the year, in, like, mid to late July, or was it the other, I don't know, either way. When they passed, I was done with high school, so I didn't exactly have a lot of people I could have gone over houses, but I've never really had a lot of people I could just go over their house and talk with. I mean, I have friends, obviously, I hope, but I didn't really have anybody that I could just pop in or make plans with that I was aware of at the time. So I only had my family, but I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna say only my family, because it's family, I need them. If it wasn't for my family, I don't even know if I'd be alive. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what would. I mean, that's stupid, because obviously, you need your mother to be alive. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking straight right now. But you know what I mean. The support of family, I don't know where I'd be without it. And when it came time to transition from regular, so high school was not great. And kind of lonely, but I still had at least people I could talk with, albeit one or two. And then when I graduated high school, I was very glad. And then we lost two cats, and it was traumatizing. So when I went to college, I expected something. I don't want to say my expectations were higher than college. I got for college, but like it was lonely. Like a lot of my personal morals and values and beliefs, they're just not. I haven't found anybody yet, really, except for maybe one or two people. Save for one or two people. Like I just personally haven't found many people with the same outlook on life, I guess. Which isn't a bad thing because I have met a lot of good people, and if you're watching this, you know who you are. Thank you for that, for the last few months. But like, as far as I don't want to say this, like, as far as actually being able to connect with people, I haven't really found many, except for again, say for one or two, which I'm not going to say isn't enough. It certainly one is enough, I like to think. But it's just it still feels really lonely in college, and it feels like no matter where I go or who I meet, there's going to be some sort of issue. Granted, the people I've met so far, they are great people, and they've taken me in, which is very I'll just say I feel blessed with that. But like, it's something. It doesn't feel something doesn't feel there. I don't know what it is. I've never felt this before because I never really got out of my high school before. My high school, I graduated a class of like 100 or less. So like dealing with that for every day for 12 years. You know, I think I'd rather feel a little bit lonely in college than deal with them another day. That's a joke. But um, there's just something that I feel like is missing. I don't know what it is, but it feels like ever since the passing of the two cats, everything is just kind of, I don't want to say gone downhill, but it's gotten tougher. I'm alone. I feel alone in college sometimes. I have I'm trying to keep myself busy, but a lot of this is just busy work. So I can keep my mind preoccupied with other things. YouTube. Well, that's actually another subject, but like, just kind of finish that up. Like, just the whole schooling scene in general for me, it was tough. Transitioning from high school to somewhere with over, 5 or 10,000 people. I don't know. I don't know in my college, but it's and then to feel lonely in a crowd, it feels a lot worse than to actually be alone. I found, and that might be a personal thing. I don't know. But I think it was Billy Joel. They're sharing a drink to call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. I think that was the line in Piano Man. Not to get 2000s on you with all those quotes of songs, but I feel that way. I feel like I'm drinking alone right now, like, and yet it's still in a bar. Like, I'm surrounded by people. I'm trying to meet new people. I've met a lot of different faces, and it's just no one really yet that I've been able to like connect with. But I don't know, nature of the beast. I'm sure the people I've met so far, I'm sure over time we'll grow closer, and I'll stop feeling so alone. But as of right now, even if that won't be the case, it's still just something feels like it's missing. I don't know what it is, but it's tough because then you have the YouTube scene, and 2017 was the apex of awfulness with YouTube for me personally. But at the same time, it was also a very gratifying year with YouTube because through all the issues I had, I didn't make a lot of videos last year. I just flat out didn't. You could probably go like 10 pages down and you'd already be at 2016. Like, I barely made any videos, unfortunately. But that's A, because of all the issues I had, and B, I just didn't know what to make. Because in the beginning of the year, I was like, alright, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Maybe a gaming video here, gaming video there. Oh, here's a little special, like, machinima here and there. And then all of a sudden, when they passed and I felt lost, it was like something kind of, not snapped, but like, I lost my grip on YouTube, and I couldn't get it back. And like, it's tough. That's tough because I've always kind of struggled with YouTube in the sense of not knowing what to make. And when I actually found a niche with Undertale back in 2015, 3 years ago, holy crow. Sorry, 15. Yeah, wow. I'm sorry. I'm kind of having a mini crisis. That was 3 years ago. Holy wow. Well, anyway, with Undertale, that obviously allowed the NCK to grow a lot, but a lot of it is kind of members who aren't active, which is okay. You know, at least having a lot of people subscribe that don't watch videos allows other people to find the channel. And to those people who don't watch videos anymore but subscribe for Undertale, thank you. I appreciate it. Even if you don't watch the videos, that's perfectly okay. Thank you for subscribing in the first place. And I hope you enjoyed the videos that you did watch. For the people who are still watching videos and are like, example, are watching this, thank you, because no matter what I didn't do, I guess I was gonna say no matter what I did, but whatever I didn't do, it felt like you guys were waiting. It never felt like I lost your guys's. I mean, yeah, it never felt like I lost your guys' support, which I don't understand. um, I don't think I'm deserving of support of this many people or the support of the NCK. I'm doing my best to lead us in a direction that you guys can be proud of. I've tried rebranding my channel like 7 times. I think I finally nailed it this time. Or if not, maybe the banner is still a little iffy, but I definitely want. I like the logo I got going. And I'm considering later this year. I'm announcing it here first that later this year I might look into merchandise for the NCK with the logo. I don't know. That's gonna be an adventure. But you're here first, folks. You might be able to buy official NCK merch in the future. I'll let you know, obviously, if that ever happens. Sorry, cracked my neck. But beyond that, no matter what I made last year, you guys always there were at least some of you who would watch the stuff, and it always felt like different people. And I thank you for that because, again, I never felt like I lost you guys' support. I never felt like I abandoned you guys along the way because I didn't want that to feel like it. And I think you guys understood that I didn't abandon you. Which I just thank you for that. It's certainly unexpected, especially for somebody like me who has this little subscriber base, has been doing YouTube for 5 years. Um, it's nice. It is. And then to move on to the 5 years, it's 5 years on YouTube. Um, it's 2012 December 1st. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 5 years. That, like, I remember the night I made my first video. I can't remember the title, and I would look it up now, but I don't want to interrupt my train of thought. But it was a Black Ops 2 sharpshooter on the map Meltdown, and I think it went 8 minutes 42 seconds. Or did it end at 1 minute 42 seconds? I don't know, something with that number. But like, 5 years later, and the channel has 5,000 subscribers. Like, there's something really satisfying about that. And beyond that, I kind of struggle with this a bit. Or no, sorry, I'll rephrase that. I used to struggle with this a bit because I used to look at Jacksepticeye, who started like a month before I did. Crazily enough, I know, I know. So I started the same time as Jacksepticeye, and yet compared to channels. So yeah, okay, I'm not even a channel comparing them, but that's the thing I'm talking about. Comparing. I used to compare myself a lot to these people, to PewDiePie, to Markiplier, to Jacksepticeye, to Epic Rap Battles, to although that was never a fair one. Let's be honest. To oh god, Sky does Minecraft even at one point. Total Miner. I think that was the guy who used to do Total Miner. A lot of people, Sly Fox especially, who I still to this day thank, because all these people I would compare myself to. And I started YouTube. Alright, I'm trying to talk about two different things at once here. One, I started YouTube after my friend, who I haven't talked to in a long time. So Ian, if you're watching, how you doing, buddy? But I started YouTube because Ian showed me, my friend, showed me a YouTuber by the name of Sly Fox Hound, who seems to have switched over to Twitch. But he's certainly one of those people for me that inspired me to do more with myself. And he's the whole reason why this is even existing, to be honest. So thank you for Sly Fox Hound. I know he'll never see this. I am aware of all that jazz. I just gotta say it because that's how it is. And then the second thing is, I used to compare myself to people like him and Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, blah, 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 all of them. Blah, 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 blah. So, around sometime last year, like early last year, I realized I can't do that. If I keep comparing myself, It was something my father said, like, because I'm also a writer. I've written a book, and it's been in proofreading since I've entered college. So obviously, it's not a whole lot of proofreading going on. But I wrote a book that was like 50 plus thousand words long, 127 pages, and my father said, you can't compare somebody like you who's just starting out to somebody like George R. R. Martin who has Game of Thrones and is owning the world right now, or used to. I don't know if it's still as big as it was, but he said you can't compare somebody at the bottom to the top because they were still at the bottom just like you. And it was something like that, and it was kind of like one of those out of body moments where I realized he's right. I can't compare myself to people who are above me just because I want to. I have to take what I have and build upon it and ignore the rest. Um, that doesn't mean shut out the rest. That just means ignore it for now and not worry about it. Because I realized last year after he said that could also be applied to YouTube. And that's when I started to have more confidence in YouTube. I feel like, though, if the cats hadn't passed, the channel would be in a much kind of better place than it is right now. Because I hate saying it, but that did affect the channel, and I hate that. I hate the fact that my personal life affects you guys. Affects you guys, and I apologize for that, but it's one of those things where, like, sometimes I would feel like it doesn't matter if I make a video or not, because I know it's not going to get any views anyway. But that was before I realized that. Afterwards, I realized, you know what, it doesn't matter if they get views or not. It doesn't matter if not they get videos. It doesn't matter if they get views or not. The videos. It doesn't matter if the videos get views or not. It doesn't matter if they get likes, comments, subscriptions. None of that matters. I'm having fun with YouTube. I've been doing this for 5 years, purely as a hobby, and I enjoy it. And that's another thing I want to talk about is I've never once monetized a video. I've tried, but I've never once done it because I've never made an AdSense account or any of that sort of stuff. And every video I've uploaded has always been purely for the hobby of doing YouTube. And obviously for giving you guys content I feel like you would enjoy. But that's kind of like I lost that at some point in the last few years because I felt like I was monetizing videos, and I felt like if I didn't make a video, I wouldn't make some sort of quota, and I wouldn't be able to give you guys content. And that's kind of the biggest issue that I had was I felt like if I didn't make content, I was letting you guys down, and that crippled me, like crippling fear sort of thing. But again, sometime last year, I realized, hey, you know what? Whatever. Just have fun with YouTube. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not trying to please I'm trying to please you guys, but I'm not trying to, I don't have to please anybody with this, but I want to. I want to please you guys. I want to make you guys have fun with this. I want to expand this to the outer reaches, kind of, I guess, if that makes sense. Also, forgive me if the gameplay just switched in the background. I didn't expect to be talking for this long, but the end of the year when college came around, I had to stop YouTube because as a first semester college student, you don't know what to expect, and everything is put on hold. Everything except for family, in my opinion, except for family that shouldn't be put on hold. Everything has to kind of be put on hold in order to allow yourself to get accustomed to how college works. I did that, which means YouTube had to suffer a lot. I did have a grand time in August making the Sins of the Factory, though. That was a lot of fun. And you guys seem to, watch every now and again, which is alright. Not every video needs to be a showstopper, not every series. I'm considering doing one for next year. But, for next Halloween. But it was a lot of fun. And when I did that, it felt like when I started YouTube again 5 years ago. It felt like I was doing this to be honest, not for you guys. It felt like I was doing this not for money. I wasn't doing this to catch up with YouTubers. I wasn't doing this to get out as many videos as possible with as little quality sometimes. It felt like I was doing this because I would rather be spending my time every night from 9 to 3 in August. I would rather be spending my time doing that than anything else. I wanted to do that. There was a drive in me, and I hadn't felt that in a long time. But that was right around after well, that was August, so it was a while after my realization of I shouldn't be comparing. I should just do this to have fun. But again, after I realized that we had the passings and I didn't have anybody to turn to except my family, and then I went to college and I felt bleak and gray, and it was just a lot of I guess negativity. But towards the end of the year, I played Doki Doki Literature Club, and that was probably one of the most that was the best thing that could have happened at that time. I promise you that, because I felt like I fit in. I felt like I fit in. I enjoyed the game. I witnessed the creator and how good of a guy he was. It reminded me a lot of Undertale. I felt like I fit in, and it ended the year on a superb note because I started to interact with the community on Amino. By the way, sorry for the sudden clap, but by the way, if you have Amino, check out the Doki Doki Literature Club. Amino, if you didn't know they had one. If you don't have Amino, get Amino in general. It's great. It's like a Reddit. It's like all these different subreddits. But definitely check out the Doki Doki Literature Club Amino if you've played Doki Doki and you have Amino. It's great. The people there are amazing. The curators or the mod team, I guess they're interchangeable, those words, but they're all great leaders. They do an excellent job with it. The people in the community are just beyond, like, the community itself, the fan base has not become cancerous, in my opinion. I am biased. I'm part of the community. But I'll admit when I'm cancerous. But the community itself is just great. It's a great community. It's a great fan base. It's a great place for Amino. Definitely check it out if you have Amino. And if you don't have Amino, check out Amino. And if you haven't played Doki Doki, go play it. What are you doing? It's free on Steam. You have no excuse unless you don't have PC or laptop. It's a great game. But that's kind of like where things started to pick up in the last couple months, because I started to like I I can't really say that I had any great revelations. I'm still down. I'm still not depressed, but like I still feel alone. I still feel like there's something missing. I don't know what it is. But I've also realized since DDLC came out that Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't want to spit out abbreviations while people catching on to it. I realized since DDLC came out that I shouldn't worry so much about what people think. I shouldn't look down. I know I shouldn't look down on myself, but that's easier said than done. I don't think I have depression. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna hear me on the news or anything. Bad, but I just kind of feel meh, and that's how I've been for since like mid-July last year. Like it's not life is meh, but like I feel like I don't have any look for. I haven't had anything to look forward to. That's wrong to say. I do have things to look forward to. I do have reasons to wake up in the morning, be excited, and be happy. I have reasons to be happy, and it's almost all my family. So, and that's the biggest thing. That's where what I said earlier comes back. If I didn't have my family, I don't know where I'd be right now, because my family is 100%. My family is me. I am my family. I don't say that, but like, I owe my entire I owe my entire emotional stability to my family, my mother, brother, and father, and they they're the reason why I still am happy. They're the reason why I feel like I have hope. They're the reason why I have at least a smidgen of self-confidence. But you guys have also been there, and you haven't left. And you guys give me the feeling of community that I haven't had in a long time. And that is why I'm going to end out this video looking forward. That is why I'm going to be introducing, I haven't come up with a title yet, so this is a working title. I'm going to make a video about this probably within a week, and if not, then probably after April. But if I'm being honest, but I'm announcing here a series probably called something like Saturday Night Crusades. Deus Volt! No, Saturday Night Crusades or something, where every Saturday night I will be recording with you guys. I will be having, I don't know if it's on PlayStation or Xbox yet. It might be on either or. but it's going to be on one of the two, and it's going to be where I offer playing games with you guys. You guys can be in a video. We'll have a grand old time. We'll record like 2 or 3. I'll upload them next day, so maybe it'll be like crusading Sunday night crusades or something. I don't know, but it's gonna be a video series with you guys, and I want that because you guys give me a feeling that I think I forgot, and around the end of last year, I realized that you know what, you guys are there. You haven't left me. You've stayed with me this entire time, even when I haven't been the greatest as far as uploading video goes, and I owe a lot to you guys. So thank you for watching the video. I know it's kind of a personal video. I know it's a very down and depressing video. I don't want it to sound like I'm, oh, look at me, oh, life is terrible, oh, life is awful, oh, give me your sympathy. I don't want that. That's not the point. The point of this is for me to just reflect on 2017 and to say, I hope you guys had a better year than I did. It was just a gray year. There was no color. There was very little joyous moments, and the ones that were far and few. And they were almost exclusively my family, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing also to have good moments with people outside of your family that aren't blood related to you. So, hoping for that. But, it was one of those years where I can't believe that, those years can happen. It was kind of like a life learning moment, a life lesson, that not every year is going to have good moments. Again, last year I had good moments, so I guess that's not fair to say, but it just, not every year is going to be more happy than sad. And if it is, I just need to learn to find happiness. I need to find more happiness than sad, which might take some time. But that's kind of explaining why I didn't put out a lot of videos last year. I feel like you guys deserve at least that explanation. That's why YouTube has been weird with me lately. And yeah. So I guess that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. As cliche as it is. Thank you for being you. You guys have helped me through a lot, as you could hopefully tell, because I've always known that you guys were there. I just hope that you guys didn't ban me, and late last year I realized, hey, you know what? You guys are still there. No matter what happens, no matter what I do, I think, well, that's not true. If I go and murder somebody, you guys won't like it, as you shouldn't. But no matter how often I upload, and hopefully no matter what I upload, I hope you guys will like it. I always want to strive to give you guys something you like, and you've kind of been my backbone this whole time, so thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being here, and yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you all have a wonderful night if you're watching this at night. If you're watching this in 3 years, have a wonderful 2021. Yes, 2021. And whatever you're watching this, enjoy it, relish it. Don't be me. Find the happy moments in life. Find the thing that makes you happy. Keep it, hold it, strangle it into submission. No, don't do that. That's a joke. But find the happiness in your life and just remember that instead of the bad. That's something I need to work on. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Always remember to keep on crusading. This is going to be a great year, guys, and I know it sounds like it's going to be a great year, guys, oh, woo, no, this is going to be a great year, guys, I promise you. I promise you this year is going to be much better than last year. I feel like I'm starting to get a stable grip or hold on YouTube. I don't know if any of this made sense. I don't know if any of this sounded upbeat or happy. It's supposed to. This video is supposed to end on a happy note, and that note is, you guys have helped me through the year. The 1 or 2 people from college helped me. The DDLC helped me, and my family has helped me. So that's a happy note. I've persevered. I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm moving on to greener and brighter pastures, whatever that word. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, guys, and goodbye.